Keep your heart open and remain spiritually tuned to what God is doing in her life. The signs are all around you, and each one points to the divine purpose that is about to unfold. Your daughter has walked through struggles, through hardships, through moments of pain. But let me tell you this, those scars are not signs of defeat. They are the very things that have strengthened her. What the enemy tried to use to break her will now become the very things that empower her to help others. Her scars are sacred. They are symbols of her resilience, of her ability to rise from the ashes. She will use her past, not as a burden, but as a testimony of God's power. The strength she carries will be a beacon for those who are struggling, and she will rise with a strength that can only come from the Lord. There is a divine inheritance being passed down to your daughter. It is the spiritual legacy that you've prayed for, that you've hoped for, that you've fought for. What you've sown in tears and faith is now being multiplied in her life. Tomorrow, she will step into the inheritance of God's promises, and with it, she will carry the mantle of the generations before her. Your daughter is stepping into something that has been ordained from the beginning of time. She will carry forward the legacy of faith, strength, and purpose that has been passed down through the generations. This is her divine inheritance, and she will walk in it with grace, strength, and authority. As your daughter rises, so will you. The weariness you felt will lift. The uncertainty, the doubt, and the exhaustion will begin to fade. You will experience a new sense of clarity, peace, and joy that you thought was lost. Your labor in faith has not been in vain, and now you will experience the restoration that comes with witnessing your daughter step into her calling. You are not just watching her rise, you are rising with her. As your daughter steps into her divine calling, your relationship with her will evolve. You are no longer just her parent. You are her spiritual partner, her ally in faith. You will walk alongside her, guiding her with wisdom and prayer, but also allowing her to stand in her own spiritual authority. You have prepared her for this moment, and now it's time to let her walk in it. Trust the process, trust God, and trust that you are both aligned in His perfect will. You may not understand everything in this moment, and that's okay. You don't need all the answers. What you need is alignment. Align your heart, your spirit, and your words with what God is doing in your daughter's life. Trust that His timing is perfect, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There will be times when you don't fully comprehend, but that's where faith comes in. Tomorrow, your daughter will begin to walk in the fullness of who she was always meant to be. The doubts, fears, and insecurities that have held her back will fall away. She will no longer seek validation from others. She will walk in the truth of who she is, and nothing will stop her. This is her true self, coming to life, and it will be beautiful. As she steps into her calling, the world will begin to respond. People who once overlooked her will now see her. Doors that were once closed will now open. She will rise with a light that will draw others to her. What once seemed impossible will now come to pass with ease. Her light will shine, and the world will be drawn to it. It's natural to feel a bittersweet ache as your daughter steps into her destiny. You've carried her, protected her, and loved her with all your heart. But as she steps into her divine calling, you are not losing her. You are gaining a new version of her. This is her moment, her time to shine. And it's the beginning of something beautiful. Let her go with love, with pride, and with confidence, knowing that she is exactly where she needs to be. The past has been redeemed. The pain, the struggle, the confusion. It has all been used by God to prepare your daughter for this moment. Everything that once seemed broken is now being restored. What the enemy tried to use to destroy her will now be the very thing that propels her forward. The past was not in vain. It was preparation. As your daughter steps into her purpose, so do you. You've prayed for this moment, you've believed for it, and now it's here. Your breakthrough is tied to hers. Everything you've sown in faith, everything you've carried in prayer, is now bearing fruit. This isn't just her victory, it's yours too. Tomorrow is the day everything changes. Stay in faith, stay aligned, and speak life into her. Your words have power, and your prayers have paved the way. This is not the end, it's the beginning of something incredible. Leave a comment with the number 777 to seal this in faith. Like, share, and subscribe to carry this message of transformation forward. Tomorrow marks the shift. It starts with her. It starts now.